Alright, yo, so I'm going to be trying to dumpster dive today, looking for some scrap metal. I don't know if I'm going to find much, but I need to try to get some sort of money coming in. The welding's been pretty slow, the trees have been pretty slow. I haven't been out getting too much scrap metal recently, because I thought I was getting a bunch of welding jobs. Went and quoted probably like $50,000-$60,000 worth of stuff here recently. And I didn't get any of it, so kind of sucks. But you know, that's the thing about running your own business. You know, sometimes you can go to work and get absolutely nothing. That's kind of what's been going on here recently. So I'm gonna get back in these dumpsters, and, see if I can get something going here. It's also cold. It really sucks. But you know, money don't grow on trees, apparently. Alright, that might be it for this dumpster here. It's also winter here too, and you know, the construction really slows down in the winter too, so we'll see if I even find too much scrap. I don't know. It is a Sunday, and I might go down where them data centers are at, see what they got going on. Looks like we're getting something moving here today. Got a fridge and a stove here. Just gotta get it all buried and in the trailer. There's some gross ass cans. Maybe some car parts too, I'm not really sure. Can't tell if any of those are metal yet or not. That's metal. That's metal. Yeah, that's metal there. That's metal. It's a car door thing. That's plastic. We'll see if the metal that's attached to it is in here somewhere. We'll grab this for now. Throw this in the trailer way over here. Okay, good. Somebody mostly cleaned it out. That's what I like. I feel like I'm dragging on a whole bunch of stuff here. I'll fix that in a second. Looks like we got some car parts and a screen door here. I probably gotta throw that somewhere else. That aluminum thing. Probably get more money for it as aluminum. I'll fix all that crap here in a minute. Alright, that's all the metal in this area. Go to the other one here. Alright, so it looks like we got some stuff in here too. Alright. Got some shitty lamp thing, mirror, whatever. Lamp mirror. Don't know what that was. Got some low grade wire here. Looks like we got a Sawzall in there. Heck yeah. That crap is pretty gross. I don't know why somebody bothered moving that. I think we got some die-cast little cars here. They'll hit the hammer mill. Get thrown into the eddy current, probably. Another scrunch. Man, I found a few of these in the trash recently. Oh, that thing's all messed up. So somebody was saying they want to hear me like do one of them videos where I, I'm like dumpster diving and I don't really talk, and I just kind of do like a voiceover. So I'll probably do one of those next here. Probably the video after this one is I'll probably film one of those style ones. Or I might just talk about random crap in this one. I don't know yet. The day is still young, so I might change the way I'm doing this. That is plastic. Junk. Not junk, this is pretty good here. Another old air compressor. I've found a bunch of them here recently. It's like a tile saw. Somebody who must have worked for a living must have moved in here recently. They're starting to throw out old tools. They're like, man, I live in an apartment. I don't need all this crap no more. might be it for this one. I'll get this trailer here loaded up. There's an alternator cover here. That is. Yeah, I'll get this loaded up. Find something else here to get into. Got another stove. Heck yeah. This is what I need today. I need to get some metal. Thing's slipping and sliding because of the snow. I don't think there's any metal in this one. This is the one. Last week I came here. It was like stacked up as far as the eye could see. I don't see too much in here. But again, the whole trend of putting all your junk right by the door so nobody else can utilize the area. Freaking wild. Also, I reorganized all this stuff, so everything's in the fridge now. Oh, no carpet or pad. Crap must have been too heavy last time. Ugh. All this cardboard could be recycled, but it's not. Absolutely insane. Doesn't really surprise me anymore though. Alright, so we got some steel studs here. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go hit up some of these apartment places that are up and running. See what they got to offer. Then I think I'm gonna go down to the data centers if I remember how to find them. And see if I can get stuff out of there. Peace out. Looks like we got some metal in here. Not a whole lot. A little bit, I guess. These are metal. Whatever's in here is metal. I'm gonna get rid of whatever's in it, if I can. And we got another dishwasher here. It's mostly plastic. I guess there is some metal on this one, so I will take it, I guess. They make these things. Any more plastic, though. I don't know if the scrapyards will take them anymore. Sometimes they already take some weight off for those ones. Ah, that's a freaking mess. Huh. Hopefully I don't have to deal with it. I don't know if there's any metal in here. Looks like it just overflowed from the compactor. It's probably exactly what this is. Yeah. Alright. On my way to the data centers. Found this little building. I don't know what the heck it is. They got a dumpster here. And there's some metal in it, it looks like. Got some plastic in it too. A lot of cardboard. Funny story about this one. Well, funny story about getting here is the last dumpster I was at, I was gonna go check it. Some other scrapper pulled in right before me. What are the chances of that, you know? And I thought I was the only one down here doing this crap. Ooh, here we go. Oh, here's the money right here. Oh yeah, that's some good stuff right there. So like I was saying in some of my other videos, you know, don't let them other guys intimidate you. Just go out and do what you do and get what you get, you know? Don't worry about what everyone else does. What the heck is this attached to, man? This is freaking big. Boom. Oh, this is a good dumpster here. Ooh, even more. Here's some wire and crap. That was attached to something. Ooh, I can just untwist her real quick. There we go. I almost drove by this dumpster too. Ah, somebody's got a welding rod. What are they using? 6010s. Heck yeah. Got a bunch of welding rods in here. They ain't really worth picking out though. And there's more. Alright, that'll probably do us for this one. I don't see anything else. So, funny story about this one, right? You know, I blew by there like 60 miles an hour. I saw the dumpster. And my first thought was, you know, man, like, it's right next to this place, but it's in the farm property. I was like, man, there's no reason to go back there. And I'm like checking my mirrors out. This place looks like totally abandoned. Besides the guy's planter and some hay there, there's nothing here. So I was like, whatever, you know, I'll check it out. We get all this, so that's cool. I think most of these pipes are aluminum too. So I think maybe these ones are steel, but I could be wrong. They might be aluminum too. I think that is aluminum. So I don't know if I threw any in here or not yet. Yeah, even these pipes are aluminum. Heck yeah, yo. That's that good extruded aluminum too. This piece of steel, but that can go in there. Got a 60-10 right here. And then, I don't know, I might save this. I don't know. Steel plate. Then I got the welding rig right here. You know, you see what I'd be doing. So, yeah, I'll get all this crap cleaned up here. That thing will go in the trailer, obviously. This thing here might be stainless. It is. No, it's steel. Or if it is stainless, no, that's steel. If it is stainless though, it's the crappy stainless that nobody pays dick for, you know. Yeah, it wasn't a bad score. I'd take dumpsters like this all day, every day, you know. Heck yeah. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so I'm down in some industrial complex by the data centers. I'm still new to coming to this area, so I gotta find my way back to the actual data centers. But looks like we got some stuff in here. Looks like maybe a walk-in floor, not a walk-in floor, but some sort of like refrigerated door system here. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I thought this was all steel. But then there's some other crap over here. I don't know if this is worth it. Grab. Hold on. This has sun insulation in it, but not a whole lot, so I think this one might be okay. There's some steel. Maybe an hydraulic motor or something. Over here. Oh, here's some steel. Wow. What? This one's for like a dump trailer or something. Oh, random cylinder. And another cylinder. Oh, heck yeah, man. Perfectly good shackle. What? Ah, plastic. I was like, why? There's no way somebody threw that, a big block of steel like that in there. It's plastic. I think I probably should back the trailer up into this one, but I didn't know I was finding all this. Alright, yeah, I'm moving stuff around here. This thing is freaking heavy. That is freaking awesome. Yeah, this is a big electric motor here, powering some hydraulic system. We got some insulated steel or aluminum door frames or something still to get out. So yeah, let me move this thing here. Oh, and is this a wire? Oh, this, yeah, I knew what that was. All right, let me get things situated here. All right, I got all that cleaned up. Got the trailer moved back a little bit. So now, hopefully we can just start chucking things in there. This is a bit heavy though. Who needs wrenches anyway? That was cool. I was not expecting that. That was a pretty big piece of steel too. Not the craziest thing in the world, but crap like that adds up, you know? Alright, how am I gonna get this scrap? Ah, man, I lost it. That one metal or vinyl? I can't tell. That one's vinyl. I think. Yeah, that one's vinyl. Oh, this is a big garage door. That's what this is. One of them roll-up doors. It's like something laying all this crap down. Usually when you have problems like this, you know, you just move something to get something moving. And once you get something moving, then you can get the rest of something moving. I think this one's, oh crap, I don't want this one. I want the two underneath it. Oh, maybe, I don't know. Might be good, might not be. I'll see what I get here in a second. Maybe I can pop the insulation up out of that or something, I don't know. This one kind of feels more the same. This one, ain't no insulation in that. But it is metal. Know what? Yeah, I'll take it. If they take off weight for it, it is what it is, you know? Right now I can really get these doors good. There is quite a bunch of them. Oh man, there's a lot. Wow. I'm like standing on a mountain of these things. I need to restack this trailer, otherwise it's gonna keep getting progressively worse and harder to fill up. Alright, this is gonna be fun here. See you guys here in a bit. Alright, got the trailer cleaned up a little bit. Guess I'm going back in. See what I can get. I don't know if I'm getting all of this, but I'm gonna get a little bit more, I guess. Give it a shot anyway. Go back here and start moving these things, I think. Ah, 2 for 1. Alright, I have better stacking abilities if I just drop it there. An aluminium can. I don't normally take them, but it was in my way. For as many doors as this company replaces, it's really surprising they don't have a scrap dumpster out here. Alright, what am I doing now? I think I'm going for this one. Can't really get them. There are 2 berries at the moment. If I can pull this one up. That one is not insulated. I don't know if I can get it, man. There's so much crap. Oh, and the crap. Almost. I think I'm getting it. Alright, there's more crap down there, but it's so freaking buried. Yeah, I can't really get any of this other stuff. There's so much here, but there's just too much. You know, I can't get it all. Is that a PlayStation? Oh, that's a PS2. Heck yeah. It's a weird place to find a PS2. Yes. That might be all I can get out of this one. There's too much crap on it. It wasn't in a bad hole though. There's a lot of crap. A lot of crap. It's also starting to warm up, getting pretty hot, you know. Oh, cover that back up. Now I just gotta find a home for all that in the trailer somewhere. This is a long one here. Hopefully this crap, once I find a home for it, hopefully it'll stay in the trailer. I'm gonna go up there, try to kick this crap down. I don't know, I think that'll stay. Would you look at that? We got her all in there. So, not going too far, so I'm gonna not tie this down for right now. But once I get on the road, that's definitely getting tied down, unless I can get it buried. So I'm gonna get the leaf blower out and blow all this crap back under the dumpster. That way these guys don't get too mad. And, move on down the line. That was a lot of crap. Dude, they still got a game in there. What game they be playing? Probably Madden. Yep, Madden 2002. Look at that. Oh, that ain't even all that scratched up. It is now. I don't think there's anything of much value in these old gaming systems. I mean, I'm sure there's a circuit board in there somewhere, but as far as like high grade computer stuff, I don't think it's worth taking apart really. Yeah, it looks like just a low-grade circuit board or two in there, and an aluminum cooling fin, but nothing really too valuable. I'll throw it up here though. So this is one of the data centers. They got a big metal bin right there, so I can't touch that. It's labeled metal only, so if I go in there, if I get caught, anyway, I'm pretty much getting arrested. But, you know, this crap over here, this is just a garbage dumpster. But some of these guys don't really care about recycling, so they just kind of throw crap in wherever they can put it. So I'm going to take a look in here. This one does look like they don't go crazy with dumping scrap metal in here. But as you can see, there still is a piece there. Oh, there's actually some other pieces in here too. I got this on film here, so can't try to say I'm stealing nothing, you know. I think I'm gonna leave the truck out by the road here though. Oh man, that's a massive piece of aluminum. Well, I don't know, I might yeah, I'm coming back in here. Back in the trailer right up to here, chucking her in there and getting the heck out of here. But there's a lot of aluminum down in there, and I'm not leaving it there. So yeah, I got a clear shot though. I can pull, I'll have to turn around or back up, come right back in here, bam, load her up, be out of here. And I'm definitely filming this because I ain't getting arrested, you know. turned around using this parking lot here, and I saw this dumpster here too, next to a building they're putting up. That crap is too buried. Yeah, it's probably some good stuff there, but it's too buried, man. These guys, when they load the dumpster, it's usually with a machine, so it's not always, it's not always easy getting crap out of here. I got some scraps. That'll probably be it for this one. I did get some heavy steel though. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of traffic on this road for a place in the middle of nowhere. Or a place that used to be the middle of nowhere, I should say. Ain't the middle of nowhere no more. Ah. Alright, so we're back at the data center one. Almost ran that over. That wouldn't have been good. You know, it's crazy though. The amount of power running through them lines right now. Or when this thing's operational. I don't know if it is or not yet. They got like so many substations around here. Like I can see one right behind that place. There's all kinds of massive generators back there. Like you can hear them like whirling. Sounds like a jet plane almost. Wild, dude. Plus all the copper and aluminum crap they got rolled up here. Big ass steel towers. Like them steel towers, like that's a lot of metal in them towers, you know. I don't know. Best way to go about getting into this. There we go. That one's froze. Come back to that in a sec. Boom. It's all aluminum right here. Boom. Some of it's steel. I don't know what this is. It's fiber optic crap. Can't tell if that's steel or aluminum. Might be steel. Might have got overly excited for nothing. But even still, even that thick of a seal, that's steel or aluminum. Like, that's crazy. All these shackles and crap. I told you, I got a metal box right over there, but some of the employees don't really give two craps about it. The managers really don't give a crap about it. It's only like the corporate people that actually care if stuff gets recycled or not, but even then, that's all for show usually. Or just to try to rake in all the profits they can. Get out of here, trash. I don't want you. I want you, the metal. I've never really seen things like this. Imagine they're just like electrical shackles or something. There's like a crap ton of them. But I think the yard I'm in right now is the where the linesmen park all their crap. That guy in the dump truck was running an excavator at one of the other sites where I found all them oil filters the first time I was here. So I don't know if I'm gonna have any trouble here. I might be getting security called on me at them right now. I don't really know. Saw one of them Garda World trucks down the way here. So they do have security running around here. I don't know if they care about what I'm doing or not though. So luckily I started videotaping everything. So the only thing I'm doing here is trespassing. And the only way I can get told I'm trespassing is if they tell me to leave. You know? There ain't no signs saying I can't be here. So they have to tell me to leave before I can actually get trespassed. That's a pretty good chunk of wire right there. Here's some copper, it looks like. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. This aluminum crap is going everywhere in my truck. It's going to be hard to separate all this stuff out if I do separate it. At least all the small stuff anyway. I'll definitely get that big chunk of wire out. But oh, it's small little crap, you know? The heck? It's all coiled up. Got me a coil. Ooh, there we go. Got some coils. Aluminum wire. Where'd they go? I don't know where it went. Oh, that's some trash. There's some aluminum wire. Aluminum wire! I must find you. Ooh, here we go. Score! Oh, this crap's going everywhere. Really probably should have grabbed the bucket that I threw in the trailer to grab all this crap. But oh well. I'll sort out the stuff that's easy to sort out when I get out of here. Get to a safe location, you know. As long as the tape stays together, that stuff will be okay. Once the tape gets ripped, then it all just goes everywhere. This crap's like $1 a pound too. And it takes a lot of it to make a pound. With how much they got in here. You know, this would really be worth not putting in here, you know. What? A freaking umbrella duct taped to a big copper rod. Oh yeah. Oh man. Oh boy. I think that one might be steel. Ah! Wow, that's wild, dude. Like I said, that's $1 a pound. That's probably at least $30 right there, just in that one piece. Some of these other ones are like $5 a piece. Scrap value. That's crazy. For this company, I mean, they're making billions and billions of dollars. So like, they don't give two shits about it, you know. The employees only really care if they can get it in their pocket, you know. Yeah, that one's steel. Ooh, here's another one. Oh, here's a bit more. Oh, wow. Here's some bag of lineman gloves. Probably not certified no more. Probably got holes in them or something. Oh man, this is a lot of wire here. Oh man. I think this is another copper rod. Ow! Yeah, I'm just getting this stuff in the trailer. I'll deal with it when I'm safe. You know, get the fuck out of here. Never seen so much aluminum wire before. This is insane. There's so much in there still. That is wild, yeah. This is pretty much what I was expecting from the data centers, though. You know, like they buy all this crap and they just let it go in the dumpsters. Like, they don't give a shit. And they make us pay so much more money to cover their, like, we're subsidizing them for all the crap they get. So they get like such huge volume discounts for like electricity and metal and crap like this, you know, and then like we're paying for that as a normal consumer, you know, that doesn't get the huge volume discounts. Our rates are going up because it's like supply and demand and everything, you know. And then, you know, all the crap, like they're going through so much aluminum here. It's insane. And yet, you know, they'll take their scraps and just chuck it out with the trash, you know, like they don't care, you know. Like this stuff is garbage to them, but you know, it gets recycled and gets sold back to the world, you know. I mean, like plastic recycling, you know, plastic recycling is kind of a ripoff, like a scam sort of industry, but you know, metal recycling, it is like it's legit, you know, like you recycle it. Usually, unless there's a problem processing it, you know, it usually turns into something useful. And then it gets sold back to you know, making the price of the good that you're buying from the recycled material usually a lot cheaper. Yeah, like these people, they got so much money, they don't give two shits. I have recently found out how these data centers make most of their money now, though. Subscription services. There for a while, I was like bewildered, like how the heck are people making money off these data centers? So all they do is process computer information. But I've recently discovered that they're making you pay a subscription service to use all this AI bull crap. And that's essentially what these places are. It's just the hub for all the AI. It's one big supercomputer, you know. So as long as they get their money through your subscription, they don't give a shit about it, you know. Not that I'm complaining. I do need this aluminum money right now. I need it probably more than they do, so I ain't complaining at the moment. I just like sometimes I think too deeply about like industry and all that crap, you know. I don't like digging through all the trash like this normally, but man, there's a lot of money in here. It's a perfectly good shackle right there. Ah, the wind blew that one back. There's an oil filter. Missed something here. I gotta come out of here for a second. Alright, yeah, so this is what we got so far in the trailer. That's quite a bit. I'm gonna save the shackle. Shave the shackle. This is, yeah, these are steel. I thought they were aluminum. But that's still some heavy steel right there. That's some pretty good weight to it. And it's heavy melt steel. That's what they call it. So, got a free shackle out of that. I'm gonna go back up in here. I had to, use the facilities there. Is that an Army PP belt? I think it. Oh no, it's high-vis vest. I wonder if May 27, 25. That's a long time ago. Dude, there's some new ones in there. Wonder if these got in here by accident or something. I'm gonna look through these here in a bit. Ow. I don't want the used nasty ones, but the ones in the package still. Them things are crazy expensive if you have to buy some. I do have some, I forget what reading they are, but I do have some electrical gloves in the truck. For, when I do trees right next to power lines that I should probably not be doing, but I do anyway. Copper. Whatever this is frozen to the bottom. Some more copper in here. Yeah, all that crap is frozen. Ow! That was a perfectly good hard hat, too. Safety's no accident. Put that on, look legit. I don't want somebody's nasty hard hat. Especially not after it's been in some nasty dumpster. Somebody's ordering all them meals off a Factor for lunch. I'm just kind of digging around in here. It's because there's so much high value stuff It's like buried in here. I don't know what this goes to. I'm gonna find out, maybe. Or just rip it out. This is high tension cable here. That's crappy steel. There's a copper and definitely some aluminum wire in there too. Ooh, even more aluminum wire. I feel like there was a bunch of aluminum in that bucket there. Now it's all it's all nuts and bolts. Okay, not too bad. I do have the truck running here, just in case, I have any problems with security. I can kind of get up and out of here in a hurry. Not that I do think I'll have problems, but, sometimes when you get some douchebag weekend security guard, they gotta be a douchebag. Kind of like Randy from Trailer Park Boys. They ain't used to wearing the pants, so when they do wear the pants, they make you know that that they got the pants on, That's how some of them boys operate. I ain't like that, but some of them are. There's a Lambo. Ain't nothing special about it, just a piece of scrap metal with wheels. Not ready for the scrapyard yet. Yeah, somebody's lunch is here and it smells. There's so much money in here. That's copper. So somebody was like commenting on one of my videos about how I don't separate or clean aluminum. They're like, oh, it's definitely worth it, And the thing about it is, like, if you watch my videos, I do separate aluminum, but there's a difference between this aluminum and you know, like the crappy aluminum, it's not worth it to separate. It's like, you know, there's like aluminum scooters and crap, like it's not worth it to clean them anymore, you know? At least for me anyway, like it's not, you know? You get like $1 per hour if you're lucky, you know? Cleaning them things up. Whereas like, you know, you go out looking for metal and like this, you find aluminum like this and it's like worth like hundreds of dollars, you know? So there's a difference between the aluminum that I'm separating versus, you know, like your average crackhead sort of scrapper, you know? And I'm not, you know, referring to you in a bad way if you're like doing that kind of crackhead stuff, but like, you know, do your math, you know, find out what's worth it to scrap and what's not, because, you know, if I could be sitting there at home taking apart a scooter for $3, where I could be out here finding hundreds of dollars, you know. Something here definitely smells like really, really bad. And I think I'm at a point now where there probably is more stuff down here, but I'm like really digging through the trash now. It's really becoming a mess. So I'm probably gonna have to call out on this one. Unless I see something crazy when I'm like trying to get out of here. I think I've got everything I'm gonna get out of this one. Which, this wasn't bad for my first status center dive, you know. It's honestly what I expected, you know. They got a dumpster for metal, but they are too lazy to use it, end up wasting hundreds of dollars. So, let's see what we got as far as these things. These are class 2 gloves. Now these are just a sleeve, 2 sleeves. These might still be good. I don't think they've been worn, man. Well, I don't know, maybe they have. These are 9.5. I can't even fit into these ones. They're probably trash, I think. I'm going to assume they're trash, but I can't wear them anyway. Back in the dumpster they go. I guess I'll get out of here. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, man. This is a mess. Absolute mess. Now it's very, very obvious what I'm doing here. So, kind of looks suspicious, you know, if you're a cop trying to arrest somebody or some douchebag security guard who wants to stick his dick in everything, you know. Kind of obvious what I'm doing now. I do have it on video, but you know, which will exonerate me in the long game. But you know, sometimes playing the short game is kind of not so fun with these cops and stuff. So I don't know. I haven't ran into too many douchebag cops when I was doing scrap metal, but I ran into a few here and there. I'm gonna get the copper up into the truck, I think. I need to find some copper bus bars for the welding, you know. I can have like a backing cleat or something. Copper rod's cool too. I'll take it, I guess. I'm just kind of sorting this a little bit so it doesn't blow out the back of the truck. Or slide out, I guess. Or hit a bump and unravel and start dragging down the road. Yeah, that's probably all I'll do here. I'm gonna get out of this area. Maybe find another area. I don't know. There's still a lot of room in the trailer. I also don't want to bury it with all the light iron either, so I don't know, man. There's all copper rod here. There's so much money getting put into these buildings. It's ridiculous. Looks like we got some HOA dumpsters here. Looks like there's stuff in them. So I got out of the data centers there, and then when I was pulling out, there was so much mud on my tire. I wasn't sure if my tire was flat because it was handling really weird, right? So I pull over, I'm checking the tire, and then when I was doing that, for some reason I went under the truck and noticed a pretty big oil leak. And apparently must have had an oil leak in this truck for a while, and it was dang near out of oil. So I had to pull over at the one Valvoline instant oil place, get some oil, and freaking thing took like 3 or 4 quarts. Luckily I also had oil in the welding skid that works for the truck. So that was cool, but we got her filled back up on oil for now. I'm gonna check a few areas here on the way home, and then probably head home here. There are more data centers that I did want to check out, but you know, I also don't want to have to get this thing towed off the highway either. So that ain't gonna be fun. I don't think there's any metal in this one. And then I also saw another scrapper guy almost in the same area that I saw the other one. He had quite a bit of stuff on his truck as well. So I don't know if people are seeing what I do online and they're like, man, I gotta go scrap there, or if, you know, times are tough right now. I don't know, but seeing more people out, which is cool. So let's see what else we get here. Starting to lose my aluminum. Oh, them other scrappers ain't got nothing on me. I'll still get the metal. don't know if this is something too. It is. Yeah, I don't know if my oil cooler's got a leak or something, but it looks like it's leaking still, but I don't know. I'll go through this HOA, head on home, and then check the oil when I'm home again. That dude there, he said, rolled up on this thing here. They're already here. I asked him, "Are you taking the microwave?" He said, "Nah, we took the cord, we're full." So I'll get the microwave, heck yeah. So I'm talking about, man, make friends, not enemies. Just because they're out here don't mean they're competition, you know? In the same area them two guys were at. Look at this, another chair to take apart. So I talk about this all the time, you know, like, just because you see somebody else out doing something, don't make them your competition, you know, don't let them intimidate you, just keep doing what you do, and let them do what they do, you know? Although it probably does look intimidating, you know, if you're getting rolled up on by my rig out here, you know. There we go. Yeah, I can see why people be intimidated by this thing if they're out here trying to scrap. Just some small little truck, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm just out here doing my thing, you know. If you go out and do your thing, heck, don't pay me any attention, you're still probably gonna do pretty well out here, you know. Like right now, I'm in a situation where I don't know if this truck's gonna continue much longer, so, you know. If you see me in this neighborhood, you might think, oh, I'm biggest, baddest scrapper around, you know? But at the end of the day, this might be my last stop. You know, if you see me out here and you're like, oh, I'm turning around, there's another guy out here, I ain't gonna find nothing. Well, you might be sadly mistaken. You know, like, this might be my last pickup. I mean, it's not, but you know, you don't know that. So just keep doing your thing, man. Don't let them other guys intimidate you. Alright, so I ended my search for metal there at that last stop. But anyway, I'm going through picking out all this aluminum wire, and I noticed there's a steel core in the center of this thing. You can kind of see it there. The metal's slightly different color there in the center. So that really sucks. This is not going to be the grade of aluminum that I would like. It's not going to be worth nearly as much as I thought. But I'm still going to separate it out. I'm going to take it to the place that I normally go to first, see what price they give me. But for some reason, they don't like it when they're stealing aluminum, so the guy might just say throw it in with the steel and whatever. You know, then I'll go find someplace else that'll pay a little bit more. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Because the place I go to normally does pay quite a bit higher for aluminum wire than any place I've ever been to ever. So I don't know. I'll give them the chance, see what they say. But yeah, as far as getting the high value out of this, probably not going to happen. Just like this, you can actually see it here. That's the steel core. So I don't know, but there is a lot of heavy steel in here too. I got to sort through all this crap. It's pretty cold. Weather sucks. Luckily I did this yesterday and not today, because I would never find crap and I'd be freezing. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Alright, so I got all the aluminum wire out of the trailer, as much as I could anyway. That's about what we got right here. Not a full truckload, but that's a good bit there. Again, I don't know how much this is going to pay. I also put a lot of the other aluminums in here. They call that extruded aluminums buried down there. I got 2 buckets of the little small things that I was pulling up. And then I got that screen door here and the aluminum casing thing there. So that was a pretty good load, I would say. Well, I guess we'll see how much this pays first, but I think it's fairly good. I did get quite a bit of copper up too. That's inside thawing out. And then I used my Kubota and threw a wash or a dryer up top there that was in my Toyota. This is all the heavy iron here. It's kind of buried in snow right now, but the more I dig around, the easier it'll be to see when I'm unloading. So yeah, I guess we'll get unloaded and see how much we get paid. Also, this is the wire that I got out of that one dumpster. I don't know if I want to scrap that or not yet. I did start doing a lot of electrical stuff, so I mean, that's not a whole lot if you're putting up a factory or something, but for doing automotive stuff, I mean, it's quite a bit there. I don't know if it's good for automotive stuff, but it's THHN, so I might hold on to that for a little bit, or I might make a stripping video on it. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so I'm still working on this load here. I went and got all the non-ferrous, well, not all the non-ferrous, I got all the aluminum out. I ended up getting paid, it was like 70 some dollars for everything. Still have the copper, but for the aluminum I got 70 some dollars. There's probably still some of it like buried in here, but yeah, it was snowy the other day. It's not snowy now. There's some hydraulic oil in there, so I don't want to dump it all over the driveway. Yeah, I went and picked up this fridge here too. I threw all the aluminum in the Toyota, you know, then when I unloaded it, I found this fridge that somebody was getting rid of, so I went and picked that up. Now I'm gonna scoop it onto the trailer the easy way. I used to have to do this by hand, but look at this here. So I'll keep it right about there. Probably good. Heck yeah. That's so much easier than lifting this crap by hand. Man, I wish I didn't run out of money when I had my first Kubota. like 10 years ago, but I freaking ran out of money for it. Made a bunch of dumb financial decisions. Yeah, that works so much better than having to do that by hand. Oh my god. Yeah, like I said, I used to have one of these things like 10 years ago, but I made a bunch of stupid decisions and had to get rid of it. So, oh well. Got one now again, for now anyway. So yeah, that was freaking sweet. Might be a few days before I'm do more dumpster diving and stuff, because I'm working on this table build here. I am videotaping this. Look familiar? You know, it's kind of like the Fireball Tool Challenge squares. Making that into a like nightstand coffee table type thing. And I'm making a work table over here. This is actually the bottom of it. I'm putting casters on here. I gotta go pick stuff up. But yeah, you know, I got some other stuff going on. That's part of the reason why I'm not doing as many dumpster dives right now. But trying to make some stuff, see if it sells. I don't know. I'm trying to sell this, and then I'm making this and trying to sell that. This one's probably going to be pretty expensive. I don't know. Hopefully somebody buys it. I haven't had much luck with the welding here recently. Man, it's been hard to sell welding jobs and really even harder to sell projects. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully something works out. So, see you guys later.